I will not be here Thursday.
Oh, really?
No, the Daytona Twin 125s will be live on TV.
Are you guys coming over for that?
Coming over for what?
Daytona? Roll.
Huh?
Say it again.
To your house?
Yeah.
No.
Why not? Make the announcement again.
I'm probably going to do something in my house.
We're rolling. So make it.
I will not be. I don't know if Eric's going to come or not.
I'll come because
I'll
come. Yeah, we'll do a show with Brian. It'll be fun.
There you go. I will not be here Thursday, though, because the Gatorade 125s are on TV. And
yes.
Every year I have to fucking work and miss the last part of it. And by God, fuck it, I'm watching them this year.
Missed the last part of it, my ass. You'd always be in the break room watching it.
Yeah, but I'd always miss it because I have to run back and do fucking breaks.
It's the Eric and Carson show. It's with Scooter. Hey, how you doing, Scooter? Listen,
doing awesome.
All right, hey, what's going on? I'm back.
What was really awful is like every once in a while, Carson would be like just not. This would be one of the times that you just weren't really thinking about something, and you'd be like, "What were you guys saying?" And I'm like, "So the listeners are now going to sit through this again."
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I think the only time Carson was ever the whole of the show is during that race.
Daytona year.
Yeah, Daytona.
And because I just didn't want to have an argument, I in my mind I was just going, "Just catch the fuck up, Jesus Christ!" Because what was really funny is that you're so into NASCAR and you're so passionate about it that even though I was fucking explaining to you what exactly was just on the show, you would in the middle of my explanation look up at the TV
and lose it,
and I'd just be like, I am talking to one person. I'm broadcasting to thousands of people right now. I'm telling one person to recap, and I just lost you in the middle of it.
Well, it sucks too. Is the Budweiser shootout was Saturday night, and I had it DVR'd. Well, I get there because it started like at like 8 or something. I think the race actually started at 9.
You were up working the mic at Jester's.
Yeah, so I'm at Jester's, and they got the damn race on the TV. So I'm like walking around talking, looking at the floor. I would not look up at anybody for like the first 2 hours I was there because I didn't want to see the damn race.
Hey, make sure you check out the drink specials. Oh, fuck, there was a wreck.
Exactly. I got home that night, stay up till like 4 a.m. watching the damn race, though.
Yeah.
So if anybody saw it, I
missed it.
Dude.
I was down in Detroit at the bar crawl.
Them some bitches were bouncing off each other like they were at Bristol at Daytona. And there ended up being a huge wreck at the end, and fucking faggot loser fucking suck my cock fucking 29 fucking Kevin Gay douchebag Harvick won. Which just pissed me off.
Do you not like him?
I hate that son of a bitch. And it sucks too because the motherfucker won Daytona 2 years ago, which sucked. Last year Ryan Newman won.
2 years ago to Mark Martin?
Mark Martin, yeah. Barely beat him. Well, that pissed me off. Well, this year, it's like first race of the year. Tony Stewart's in his own team,
Oh, yeah. How's that going?
Dude looked really,
I don't want to
really
make
good.
this all NASCAR.
But Stewart's team's looking really good. Him and Ryan Newman. Of course, Newman wasn't in the shootout this year, but have 14 cars looking really, really good. He ended up third in the Budweiser shootout. So they got a damn good team going. Another big news is Ganassi and DEI merged, which is Juan Pablo Montoya's team.
Oh, he sucks anyway.
So now he's in a DEI car, and guess what? All of a sudden, he's a badass, like I was saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he's been in shit equipment for, Ganassi just did not have the money or the funds to compete.
Yeah, because he was racing for Texaco, right?
Yeah, and they didn't have the money to compete with the likes of Hendricks and Roush or even DEI. But now with the merge of DEI and them, now they're looking to be like a powerhouse team.
Well, it was kind of like when Earnhardt. I know you hate him, but when he went over to Hendricks, he started improving a lot. He was making a lot of top tens consistently and won a couple here and there.
Yeah, and but I think one of the cars to watch out for would be Juan Pablo Montoya this year. I think this is finally going to be his year. He's in a great car this year, and good team, and he's going to be one to watch for. The other big thing that happened is Richard Petty Enterprises almost shut the doors.
We're doing a podcast, Brian.
Richard Petty Enterprises almost shut the door over the winter. Of course, Richard Petty is like the king of stock car racing. Well, the guy that owns Gillette Razors, who is actually part owner of Ray Evernham's team, found out that Petty's were shutting the door. So Mr. Gillette calls up Petty and says, "How much money is it going to take?" And so Gillette Evernham and Petty merged, and now it's called Richard Petty Racing.
Oh, okay.
Which is really cool. And the fucking 44 car with Allmendinger was running really good. Sorensen's in the 43 this year.
Allmendinger still with Red Bull?
No, he's in the 44 Valley.
Oh, they split that up and just made it one team, didn't they?
Yep, and then you got Casey Kane still in the 9 car, which is a petty
He's a
car
badass.
now. He ran really good, but it was awesome to see the petty cars actually running good now. And that can be same said for Everham. With that merger, it really helped those two teams. So it's going to be very interesting this year. You're going to see a lot of drivers and a lot of teams that. In the past years, a couple years, if you see them in the top 20, you're like, oh, it's a good run for them. You're gonna start seeing them being more competitive and running up front now. And with like Stewart with his own team, well, that's a couple new cars that are gonna be running up front. You got the merger with DEI and Ganassi. That's gonna be cars running up front. The petty teams are gonna be running up front now. And what it's gonna make is a lot instead of having say 6 to 8 cars that have a chance at winning every week,
which is usually the Hendrick Motorsports,
Roush. And there's a couple handfuls here and there that run good every week. But now it's going to be you're going to have about 15 to 18 cars that really have a legitimate shot every week of winning the race, which is going to make fucking awesome racing all year long. So, and plus it's going to be cool to see drivers that aren't used to winning actually having a chance to win races and run good. So that's going to be neat to see too.
Cool.
By the way, that was actually the best NASCAR report you ever gave, including on the air, because I actually understood it. You weren't getting all fucking out there with jargon. Right. That was the best NASCAR report he's ever done, and I'm not kidding.
But dude, I'm pumped about Sunday. Like the 125s are this Saturday, and that's going to be just hell of or 150s now. I think they are, or whatever the fuck they are now. But that's going to be good racing. That's going to set the field for the 500, and then the truck race Friday night. Bush Saturday.
Nice.
Fucking hell, it's great. Finally starting.
Good. I'm glad you have something to distract you now.
Yeah, I told Lisa what's going to suck though is I'm probably going to get the job at Family Video and have to work Sunday.
There's nothing that sucks about that. You're getting a gig. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And you often
great,
work.
we want to hire you and we want you to come in. Your first day will be Sunday. Let's say 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, but at the same time,
I'll just watch it that night.
I know that's what you always did. You did that. I mean, we always were working during NASCAR stuff.
Yeah.
And it was always almost hilarious how we would always wind up having to do broadcasts or whatever, and and we'd have to do things that would distract you from NASCAR.
Without fail, every fucking year during the Bristol night race on a Saturday night, I would have a goddamn remote. Without fucking fail, I never got to watch that race for like the last 4 years.
Those used to be the best remotes too, because usually it'd be at a bar where it's on, and he's trying to avoid it, and I'm just like, damn, there's a wreck. Shut up!
That was so fun.
God, I hated that.
I would actually have a website pulled up on my phone, and I would just be hitting reload.
Casey Kane, really?
And even though I wouldn't understand anything, and even though I wouldn't understand anything that was written on the page, I would seriously just pull it up and go, "Oh." And then like Carson, shut up! I'm like, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Actually, it was often not even the website. I was like, no kidding. Whoa.
The best had to be.
All I'm gonna say is, wow. Wait till you get home and about an hour in.
Yeah. And it was probably just somebody with a flat tire or something.
Nothing had happened. They just basically ran in circles for 4 fucking hours. Nothing really happened of consequence, but I would make it sound as if aliens came down and landed in the middle of the
because he's going to go home and just anticipate this huge ordeal that's going to happen.
And then nothing happens.
This was probably one of the funniest things that ever happened was Sunday evening one night, Scooter was working or something, and I was watching the race that ran that day, and I'm texting back and forth with Scooter. He's like, "Oh, hey, what are you doing?" And I'm like, watching the race or whatever." He texts back, "Oh yeah, good. Kevin Harvick wins."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, fuck you!" And he just ha ha ha. Yeah, and he had no idea.
No.
None whatsoever. Ends up, I'm like, "Oh fuck it, I'm not gonna watch it now." Fast forward, sure enough, Kevin Harvick won it. Ruined the fucking race
because I would be at work.
Just guessed.
Yeah, I'd be working, doing security or whatever at the store I work for, and I'd always have like the electronics department just blasting the NASCAR race, and I'd just swing by and just stare in front of the TVs and not do my work.
Yeah.
And then I'd always just text him just like bullshit.
My favorite was there was a point where this happened a couple of times where I'd text him. I'd text Carson in the middle of a race, and I'd say something like, "I got a work question." And then he'd be like, "What is it?" And then I would just randomly come up with, "Hey, how about and then I just come up with something random. Hey, how about Gordon, huh? Fuck you!" And then I just get I either get a call cursing me out, and actually, what was really funny is that it never was the person who won the race.
No.
So then at the end, Carson would be like, "That son of a fucking bitch."
Yep. Yeah. Eventually got to the point I turned my phone off on Sundays. Like when I started watching the race, I turned it off.
I think it turned into responses
voicemail.
from you like, I did not read your message, but shut the fuck up.
Yeah. You actually get it. Haha, asshole. I have my phone turned off.
These are my favorite things to do because I'd always work Sunday afternoons or nights.
But I'm very excited about Daytona this week.
That was fun when we all worked together and we always were doing fucking phone pranks.
Oh god!
I mean, how many times did I ask Scooter a serious question then hang up immediately after I
Yeah.
asked him?
Oh yeah.
Like I did that all the time.
What was it? I was working and we were on the show. You guys were on the show and you said something like, "What are you doing right now?" And I was on the air.
Yeah.
And then you asked me something and you just hung up on me and I'm sitting there talking.
Because the funny thing is that if you hang up on your friends, you ask them a question then hang up. They're talking to a phone that's stopped listening.
It always it would be like, well, do you have a plan for this remote we're gonna do tomorrow night? Like, what are we gonna do for games and stuff? Click.
Yeah, that's what it was. And I think I called you back.
Do this. Hello.
I actually listened to a podcast of that where it was you guys calling me at work or something like asking about a remote or something like that. When we're on the air, and then you'd ask me the question and hang up.
And it was always
and then it'd be me calling back in like 3 minutes, like, you son of a bitch, you hung up on me.
Yep. Oh, good time.
Because you know that for at least 3 or 4 minutes, you're going into complete detail.
Because you guys never really did it to me that often. Because usually it was like work related where you needed to know something, and then I'm like halfway into it, and then I just like pause for a minute. I'm like, that son of a bitch just hung up on me.
And then you look over, see the home screen. That son of a bitch.
Motherfucker, I'm talking to myself.
That little beep.
Yep.
Phone call ended.
That's the best thing about cell phones too, because you don't get the dial tone when they hang up.
No.
Great.
It's just shut off.
Yep. Fucking no beep, no nothing.
That was always my favorite joke. It was just the best. I think I did it to Brian one time. I did it more than once to him.
Yep.
But anyway.
Yep.
Hey, you know what?
Are we going to touch on the Don Williamson thing?
Oh, yeah,
I don't know a lot that happened. I just got the text message out of the blue last night.
He got ousted again.
No, he didn't. He resigned over what he says health issues.
Oh, really?
Yes, he did. Yeah. Which doesn't surprise me at all.
Really?
He always kind of looked like he was in failing.
So who's taking over now?
The deputy guy. Remember that last
The black guy.
The black dude is now the mayor?
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
No,
we got security running the city, baby. Hell yeah.
So actually, really think about it this way, Carson. In that studio with that day, we had the mayor and the future mayor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at me go, sons of bitches.
The future mayor was trying to intimidate you.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Oh, yeah. That's fantastic.
Now, is the council going to step in? Because, I don't know, don't they have to, like, approve? Like, because it just happened so quick. Like, he appointed him, and then bam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I figured the Flint Council would step in.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Maybe keep him like a temporary until they find.
It's not like they're going to put out there's not going to be a monster.com entry for mayor of Flint, coming up where they have to just
vote
go for
somebody.
No, but not like an application process, but somebody that would be more of a stable. Because, I mean, he just started his fourth term.
Yeah.
His first of, 4 years again.
Well, I mean, I think that it's, I have no idea how that works, Scooter. As far as I know, right now, that dude's the mayor.
Yeah.
He's the mayor of Flint. And that's
it.
Right. Now, I imagine that because of the situation that's been surrounding this, be it that Williamson's super chief has been indicted, and there have been a lot of
super chief.
The Mr. Don't Sag Your Pants is going to jail.
Yeah.
The that whole bit, and a lot of Williamson's appointments have turned out to be wanting as far as being able to do their jobs. I imagine the city council will have an argument, but I don't know if the city council is given the power.
Like, it's been pretty quiet. Like I've been trying to watch like some news coverage on it, and it's basically that's all they say.
Well,
and
remember,
I'm like, you would think either like Granholm would come out and say something, or maybe like
she's got
the
her
council
own
members,
or
or
don't give a fuck.
No, she's got her own issue, dude.
Yeah.
I told you, I've talked to her office.
I know.
When we're going through our unemployment thing, they've got
still ain't got a court date, by the way.
Huge amount of problems. Yeah, it'll come in the mail. The thing about the court date.
Have you heard if they ever received the fax out?
I haven't called them.
I haven't either. I've given up.
I
just figure I'll get something in the mail eventually.
I actually, and this is usually how you are, the Mr. Assume Everything. I really did assume that you were as soon as you got your phone turned back on, you were on their ass every day.
Nah, I just figured they'll send it eventually.
Well,
I'm sick of calling them.
Well, what it is
what it is.
Yeah. I think we should figure out if they got it within 30 days. We should probably at least make sure that got through. But Not today, obviously, because
they're closed.
They're closed at 4:30, and we, whatever. Yeah, they've obviously got their own issues. So I don't know. All I know is that there was a recall that was underway.
Yeah, and he was, sticking to his guns like I'm just blowing it off because it's never going to happen.
And he turned out to be right. But you look at the recall situation, and you have to wonder if the recall.
Well, they tried to recall him in the first election.
Well, that's what we do in Flint. If something worked once, let's beat it into the ground.
Exactly.
It worked once with Mayor Woodrow Stanley, and now we're just gonna
who I saw about a couple months ago, and he looks damn well.
He's Carson's state rep.
Yep.
Is he really?
Yes, he
is.
is.
Look at you go.
Mine's Paul Scott.
No clue.
Fantastic.
At least it's not Joel Fike.
No, it's not. But no, it's what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what the law is on that. It could be interesting to see what happens. I don't know if
I'm just shocked more that no one's really covering it. Like no one's trying to get an interview with them. I'm sure they are, but he's been
all over the Journal, dude.
Well,
the Journal's been all over it.
Well.
It's just that you were working in radio. And, while you were a producer for a radio show, we would have tried to get those people in and done those kind of things.
Yeah.
I don't imagine that up until you got fired, you heard anybody making phone calls to you saying, hey, you know how to get these people in. How about you help us out?
All right.
You
Weird.
really that's really what's good. That's if I was not fired on if I was in a consulting position, if I hadn't been fired from Regent Communications, I would have probably made you the producer of the morning show on Cars.
Yeah,
that would have been the right move,
in
my opinion. Because I know that the people that worked, hearsay, that the people that worked on that show, that Rod and Chris, were actually very impressed with your abilities to bring
I got Dick DeVos, man.
Yeah,
I had to blackball him.
You got.
I'm like, listen, your competitor's coming on. What time do you want to go on, before or after?
Yeah,
because it's gonna happen.
He would do that stuff, and the thing is,
nicest guy in the world too.
He was a good dude.
I know that they were. That they were very impressed with your abilities. I'm surprised that no one ever approached you about that. That would have been a very smart move, especially considering how cost effective you are. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
tell your friends about the podcast. I figured if we can get 1 million downloads, then we might be able to get a job.
Yeah.
Then we'll just be on TV.
Yeah, there you go.
Pretty much, that's all it takes anymore. If you get noticed on the internet and get 1 million downloads, you're on TV or radio or fucking something. So tell your goddamn friends about this stupid little podcast we do and help us get the numbers up. Spread the word about the podcast. We need to get the numbers up. Please help.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well,
and we the bitching shows where we come in here and whine and complain are done.
Yeah.
We're not going to do those anymore.
Fuck that. We're going back old school.
We're old school now.
Now it's going to be stories about family video.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. All right.
Remember dollar store days?
No, we're going to be back to the old school paper and pen form.